Welcome to another live edition, a day after Postgame show. Didn't get a chance to hop on here last night after the New York Knicks lost to the Indiana Pacers. So on this Sunday morning, yes, still morning, 11 o'clock a.m., Super Bowl Sunday, if you guys are rooting for the Chiefs or the 49ers, Super Bowl Sunday tonight. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here for a quick 30 minutes to an hour, talk about last night's game and what I liked and what I didn't like. But yeah, appreciate every single one of you hopping in here on this Sunday morning. So after winning 9 straight games, the New York Knicks have now lost 3 out of their last 4 games. They lost against the Indiana Pacers. Something about this Pacers team, right? They just, I don't know, they just get on my nerves. They just like, it's bringing back sort of like the 90s vibe and Tyrese Halliburton. He's a great player, but I don't know. This Pacers team is going to be annoying. They're annoying. They're annoying to watch. They're, a good offensive team. But look, last night, again, missing Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Hartenstein, Randall, and Anunoby. But it was the debut of Alec Burks and Bojan Bogdanovic. And I actually thought they played pretty well. Alec Burks is still a walking bucket. Bogdanovic came in here, and it seamlessly seemed like it fit like a glove. Obviously, he's a great three-point shooter. And, defense was the main issue last night. We're just going to have to weather the storm until the guys get back, to be honest with you. But, Taj Gibson played a lot of minutes last night, and he was starting. And, that in its own is kind of, I don't know. I don't like the Taj Gibson. It's just an unfortunate circumstance for him because he just got thrown in there because Jericho Sims is out too. So we're shorthanded in the front court, but Precious played well yesterday. So, yeah, we're just going to have to weather the storm until the guys get back. I don't think we'll see Isaiah Hartenstein until after the All-Star break. And the Knicks have 2 games left remaining until the All-Star break. And I'm sure the New York Knicks cannot wait until we get to that All-Star break. They have the Magic and they have the Rockets. So we're going on a little 2-game road trip, and then the All-Star break is about 6 days. So I don't think we'll see Isaiah Hartenstein until after the All-Star break. This gives him essentially an extra week to rest on his sore Achilles. And then we'll probably get a Julius Randle update after the All-Star break, which we'll all be crossing our fingers about. But defense yesterday was lacking, man. We were missing our big guys down low. We were missing our big guys. No Sims and Hartenstein. Like I said, when you're relying on old faithful Taj Gibson, it's going to be a long night. Pacers took advantage. Credit to the Pacers. But what I really wanted to talk about is Bogdanovic and Alec Burks. So Bogdanovic looked extremely comfortable. And Alec Burks is still a walking bucket. Alec Burks finished with 20. Look, most of it came in the garbage time, but 22 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. He's a walking bucket, and exactly what we needed coming in off the bench, scoring punch, handling the ball. He can do that. McBride was kind of the off-ball handler, which I kind of predicted. And Burke still played, 21 minutes. Bogdanovic played, I think, the final 16 minutes in the first half. He played 32 minutes. Both came off the bench. So that gives me kind of the inclination that the Knicks are hoping to get, Randall back here shortly. And obviously Isaiah Hartenstein, because both came off the bench. We obviously know that the Knicks want them to come off the bench. So they're trying to get them acclimated, obviously, with this All-Star break. They're probably going to, hammer down the playbook, try to get, try to just get a gist of the team where everyone's at. But Brunson yesterday, 39 points. It was kind of like a 30. I was looking, it was like kind of one of those games where you look at the box score and you're like, wow, he finished with 39 points. 3 rebounds, 4 assists for JB, 14 and 25 from the field. Let me just share my screen so you guys can see this as well. All right, there we go. All right, 125 to 111. Brunson, 39 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Precious, man. Precious continues to impress me. 15 points, 6 rebounds yesterday. 3 blocks for Precious. Dante kind of cooled off yesterday. 2 of 9 from 3, 14 points. Josh Hart's a scoring outputs. I mean, he's still struggling with his shot. Still kind of hesitant for Josh Hart. Yeah, man, these guys just need a break. At this moment of the season, January was such a great month for us. These guys it seems like they just need a break. The All-Star break couldn't have come at a better time for this team. We still got 2 more games until that All-Star break comes. But, Alec Burks, 22 points, 2 rebounds, 4-7 from 3, 21 minutes of action. Closed out the fourth quarter. Bogdanovic, 11 points, hit a couple of threes, 2 of 6. Looked comfortable out there, 3 of 10 from the field. But there was times when Burks turned the ball over a little bit. Knicks only played 8 guys last night. But only played 8 guys last night due to look at these injuries. Randall, Hartenstein, Anunoby, Sims, Mitchell Robinson. So look, Pacers, man, they're going to be one of those teams that, at the end of the season, I hope we match up with them in the playoffs. That'll be a crazy playoff matchup because they're one of those annoying teams where it just, if they win, you hate them. If we win, great, like we did last week when Brunson dominated them and that, extended our winning streak. But yeah, man, all in all, this game was shorthanded, front court, missing our guys. I mean, the down low, the Pacers were, they weren't missing anything from 3. What do they shoot from 3? 14 of 29 from 3 from Indiana. And then you got Miles Turner with 23 and 8. Halliburton finished with 22 and 12. Siakam 19 and 3. And Obi Toppin. How about that Obi Toppin missed windmill dunk that he did on the fast break? That was absolutely hilarious from Obi Toppin. All right, I'm going to play you guys quick sound bites here, and then we'll, get into the injuries and whatnot and, the outlook after the All-Star break. And we'll just go from there. Here is Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was asked, we can't keep looking ahead on how good we'll be and how good and not be good now. So here is Jalen Brunson on that.
Bojan and Alec, obviously you guys are shorthanded now, but do you allow yourself to kind of think about what it might look like when everyone's healthy and they can kind of find their way into the rotations?
I mean, obviously that's everyone sees that, but we got to focus on right now. How can we be good right now? And we can't keep looking ahead saying we're going to be good. No, we got to be good now. So I'm not worried about what the future holds. I'm just worried about one day at a time in our next game.
We can't keep looking ahead on how good we'll be and not be good now. Look, I mean, when you have 2 injuries that are up in the air, Anunoby and Julius Randle, got to be good now. Obviously, guys just came in here. I'm not worried about the chemistry or whatnot. I think they'll get that down pat. But defense is a major issue, especially when you're missing 3 centers and you're throwing in Taj Gibson in there and you're just saying, good luck, Taj. Good luck. Good luck guarding Miles Turner. So that is going to be an issue no matter who else is on the court. So that should be something that the New York Knicks will be looking forward to. Obviously, Hartenstein, the injury is not that serious. They're calling it day to day. So we just have to wait and see. And here is Bogdanovic saying about the MSG playoff atmosphere and how cool it was to play in MSG.
Pre-game and energy around the building in the arena is different. It's kind of playoff atmosphere every single game. So I felt good there, but unfortunately we couldn't get a W. It's still kind of early for me, and maybe you gotta learn set offenses to play a little bit faster in the flow, and then defensively like switches and what we are doing. But it's gonna take a couple of games probably, but I hope that we're gonna pick it up again quick.
All right, you could barely hear him there, but he pretty much said MSG was a playoff atmosphere, and he's excited to be in MSG. And before the game, he said that he has a lot of Knicks fans around him when he was with the Nets, and they were always rooting for the Knicks. So that was, that went viral on Twitter. But yeah, Bogdanovic and Alec Burks, we already see what they can bring. Straight offense, off the bench, firepower off the bench. So, as I was watching the game, I was like, wow, the Knicks have like a lot of players that are going to need minutes. So look, when OG Anunoby comes back and Randall comes back, your essentially starting five is going to be Brunson, the same starting five. Brunson, DiVincenzo, Anunoby, Randall, and Isaiah Hartenstein. But then coming in off the bench, now you essentially have three players that, pretty much, I wouldn't say need to play over 20 minutes a game, but there's going to be times where a certain guy like a Bogdanovic or a Burks or like a McBride. I think McBride is going to be the odd man out here when everyone is healthy, because I think you're going to bring in Burks and Hart at the same time. But who knows? That's when down the line when we get healthy. Right at this moment, we're not healthy. So it's kind of like a moot point at this moment because we're just waiting for everyone to get back. So the thing I loved is that when Anunoby comes back, you know how Tom Thibodeau loves to stagger Anunoby with the bench unit. So he loved to play him with McBride. So I was picturing a lineup of Burks, OG Anunoby, Josh Hart, Bogdanovic at the 4, and then whoever is healthy between Isaiah Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson and Precious. So that bench unit, you essentially have 3 guys who can put the ball in the basket, and then a great screener, a great passer in Hartenstein, and then hopefully Mitch can get back after the All-Star break, and then Josh Hart just in the middle of that, just doing all the little things, all the intangibles. So that kind of got me excited, but that's just down the line. I mean, when we have Jalen Brunson saying that we can't worry about how we're going to look and we have to be good now, it's sort of like, okay, like, was that kind of him saying that, let's not worry about the future, because obviously the future Knicks team, we're hoping for a fully healthy Knicks team, and we just don't know if we're going to get that. But he's just worried about getting right now, because if you look at the Eastern Conference, the Cleveland Cavaliers just keep on winning, and their schedule is just super easy. And right now they're the number 2 seed, and the New York Knicks are back in the 4th seed. So here we go. Yeah, take a look at the schedule. Boston number 1, Cleveland number 2, Milwaukee number 3, and the Knicks are in the 4th seed. Last week the Knicks got up to that 2 seed, which was kind of crazy. But yeah, Cleveland, 9 straight games for Cleveland. 9-1 in their last 10. Hey, they're playing well, and the Knicks now lost 3 out of the last 4 games. 2-game losing streak, sorry. And now we go back on the road at Houston, at Orlando. Houston, it's always tough to play in Houston, and Orlando, always, especially in that front court, if we don't have Isaiah Hartenstein back, and if we're going to throw out Taj again with Precious. Precious has been doing a good job, but taking care of that front court in Orlando. Without Anunoby, that's going to be a tough task. So, these next 2 games, like, I hope we get the split, at least get the split. Because, obviously we have Philly here. Just lost Embiid, but they got Buddy Hield. And Indiana, I'm like fully healthy. I'm not concerned about Indiana. I'm not concerned about really anybody else but Boston when fully healthy. So we just have to get fully healthy. I mean, I sound like a broken record, but we really, that's all it's about right now. And then we can start messing around with the lineups and the bench unit and going back and forth between that. But yeah, we just have to get fully healthy, and then we just have to see what comes about that. Tony, what's going on? Happy Sunday. Everyone is significant. Can't afford to take our foot off the gas. Let's go Knicks. I don't know why I made your comment so small. Yeah, Tony, happy Sunday. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Football ends tonight, 49ers and the Chiefs. Just want to come on here and hop on here, talk about the game last night, and just go through everything. But yeah, happy Sunday to you. LV, what's going on, man? Appreciate you in the chat, LV, as always. In the chat supporting. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to my boy, LV. But yeah, man, what do you guys think about Bogdanovic and Alec Burks? You like the way it fit? Big money Burks. I mean, he can score. He could score. The 4th quarter, Burks was there right front and center last night for the New York Knicks. But Alec Burks can score, and look, we needed that off the bench. We needed that punch off the bench. It's just now defense is the issue. Scoring is not our issue right now currently. It's defense. And especially when you have old faithful Taj Gibson trying to hold down the fort in the throughout the game. It's tough out there, man. Taj is huffing and puffing. Got his huffing and puffing out there, man. I feel bad for Taj, man. I feel bad that we're throwing Taj Gibson out there with all these injuries, but they're saying Jericho Sims is sick. So is that the correct injury designation? Am I getting that right? They're saying Jericho Sims has been sick, so he's been out for the last couple of games. So at this moment, Sims, Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, all out, and then Randall. So that's why Taj Gibson had to be in there for a long period of time. LV says, great showing last night. Still have to gel. All-Star break can't come soon enough, man. I mean, we have 2 games before then, the Magic and the Rockets, and then we have an All-Star break. And then 6 days, hopefully the new guys will get acclimated, and hopefully we get great news on Randall and then Hartenstein. Man, Hartenstein means a lot to this team. He really does. When you lose Hartenstein and Randall at the same time, it's the backups, especially with no Sims. It's tough. It's gonna be tough out there. And last night was a prime example. It's gonna be tough out there. LV says what hurt was Deuce letting McConnell drop 16 on him. That was the difference. Yeah, Deuce had a rough game last night. I think he only shot. Let me look at the box score for Deuce. Yeah, I mean, I think when everyone healthy, Deuce McBride might be the odd man out because you're gonna have Burks, Hart, and then Anunoby Tom Thibodeau likes to bring Anunoby in with the bench, so you would have lineups of Anunoby, Burks, Hart, and then Precious, and depending on who's healthy, a Hartenstein or a Mitch, but yeah, I mean, right now the health is a main concern for this team. Honestly, I mean, we're just dealing with a bunch of injuries. Like I said, I probably sound like a broken record, but it's true. I mean, it's not. I mean, no excuses, right? It's the NBA. Everyone's dealing with injuries, but we just got to get right, get healthy, and I think we'll be all right. But like Jalen Brunson said, we can't look out in the future and think about what this team is going to be. We have to worry about what this team is currently because we just don't know who's coming back and who's healthy and who's not. So, but yeah, let me just run down the. So yeah, I went through the lineups, and my main thought throughout the game was, obviously the lineup situation, the rotations, because we all know how Tom Thibodeau likes to shrink his rotations, especially in the playoff time, and we all know how Tom Thibodeau loves to play 8 or 9 guys. So somebody's going to be the odd man out here. And, when everyone is healthy, we just have to wait and see because I'm going to be really intrigued about what Tom Thibodeau does. LV says we have no front line. Randall, OG, iHeart, Mitch, all 6'9" and bigger, can't coach size, and we are small right now at the moment. Yeah, I mean, especially going against Indiana, Miles Turner had himself a night yesterday. And we have no front line. Like you said, we have no front line. And when you're asking a lot from Taj Gibson, it's going to be a long night, man. I mean, Taj is one of those guys who, at this point of his career, should be a coach. But, it is what it is. He's here coaching up the guys. I mean, doing stuff behind the scenes, bringing in that veteran presence. And, but buyout market, right? I mean, there's still guys available in the buyout market. Kyle Lowry actually went to sign with the Philadelphia 76ers, which kind of dampened my mood a little bit because I really wanted Kyle Lowry. Not sure how you guys felt about Kyle Lowry, but I really wanted Kyle Lowry to join this team just to be on the bench coaching up the guys. I'm not sure if there's any minutes to go around for Lowry if he was here. But at this moment, I wouldn't mind signing a front court guy because if this Isaiah Hartenstein Achilles injury is going to just keep bugging him and bothering him, I don't know, man. It's just one of those seasons for the Knicks where they just can't escape the injury bug. And Hartenstein is a big part of it. He's like a glue piece for us, man. Isaiah Hartenstein. And then, the Randall. Hopefully we get a good update for Julius Randle after the All-Star break. And then we just have to go from there. But next 2 games are, 2-game losing streak right now for the New York Knicks. Next 2 games at Houston and then at the Magic, I believe, and then we go on, and then we're in the All-Star break. Man, this season has flown by for sure, man. So after the All-Star break, it's at Philadelphia versus Boston versus Detroit versus New Orleans versus Golden State. So we got that primetime matchup versus Boston on ABC at 8:30 on February 24th. That would be fun. LV says Deuce is not getting any minutes. He will be at the end of the bench when we are at full strength. Saw some pushback on that on Twitter, but I agree. Deuce is going to be the odd man out here. It's going to be Burks coming in off the bench with Hart, and Anunoby's going to be playing a lot with that bench unit. And then obviously we have Precious, and then Bogdanovic too. Is Precious going to be like when everyone healthy? Is Precious really? Precious might be an odd man out too. It might be Deuce and Precious because everyone healthy, you're going to have Hartenstein and Randall's going to play 35 minutes a game. So, and then, Bogdanovic is going to want to play 20 to 25 minutes a game. So I think right now there's going to be two guys in the rotation that are going to be odd man out. And say what you want about Precious, man. He's coming here and stepped up. He's really shown me a lot in these last couple of weeks. Precious Achiuwa, shout out to you, sir, man. I mean, with the blocks, the steals, sometimes his game is a little bit funky. 43 minutes last night again. Let me just bring up Precious's minute log because I know he's been playing a lot. Wow. In his last 6 games, Precious Achiuwa has played over 40 minutes in his last 6 games. It's just to show you how banged up we are right now. 6 straight games of Precious Achiuwa playing over 40 minutes. And a fully healthy Knicks team, that's not going to happen. It's going to be Randall playing all that. Bogdanovic is going to be playing all that. And Hartenstein and I guess Precious will fill the role of Hartenstein, of Mitchell Robinson until he gets back. But, yeah, I mean, there's going to be, I think, two guys out of the rotation when everyone is healthy. But guess what? We're not healthy. So right now everyone is playing a lot. And I think right now we're starting to look. Right now we won 9 straight. Now it's starting to like everyone is probably can't wait for that All-Star break, man. Everyone is probably booked their vacations, going to Cancun or somewhere, and trying to get as much sun as possible. Kind of relax the body, relax the mind, and kind of reset a little bit, and then get healthy for the second half of the season. I think everyone. I'm not going to say everyone is checked out, but these next 2 games are going to show us if the fight that we have in this team, because it's going to be it's this All-Star break couldn't have come at a more better spot for the New York Knicks. So yeah, at Houston is next. Brunson is back healthy. Just got a great news on Randall. Hopefully we get great news on Mitchell Robinson after the All-Star break. Hope you guys enjoyed your Sunday. Hope you enjoy your Sunday. It's still happening. Hope you guys enjoy the Super Bowl Sunday. Just wanted to come on here and talk about last night's game, the rotations and whatnot, and see the feel of Knicks Nation, how you guys are feeling and whatnot. But yeah, appreciate every single one of you in the chat, and we'll be back on here. I think we're doing a live stream tonight at 9:30, like always, doing a podcast. I think. Don't hold me to that. I have to confirm with Chris. But yeah, man, LV, appreciate you in the chat. I'll be back on here doing live streams. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. I'll catch you guys in the next vid. I'm Anthony. Peace. As always, let's go Knicks. Get healthy, man. Just got to get healthy. Catch you guys next time. Peace.